Could you ever imagine that just one lick of a watermelon worth $10 billion could make your muscles swell tenfold instantly, and even grant you immortality? To find the legendary BB corn, said to be worth $1 billion per kernel, Toriko and his partner Terry ventured into the perilous Death Forest. After 2.5 days of arduous searching, Toriko finally located a field of corn. However, the corn proved surprisingly resilient. Despite all his strength, Toriko couldn't pull out the seemingly ordinary BB corn. He soon realized its roots were deeply embedded, connected to the entire mountain itself. Left with no other choice, Toriko delivered a decisive hand knife blow, finally managing to forcefully remove the cornstalk. Before he could even celebrate, Toriko looked up and saw something unbelievable: a giant cornstalk rising through the clouds, easily 30 stories tall. Stunned into silence for a moment, Toriko quickly recovered and charged forward with Terry. He leaped up, channeling all his power into a single hand knife strike against the massive corn. The result? It left only a shallow white scratch on the husk. The skin wasn't even broken. It seems high-end ingredients must sometimes be opened in the most rudimentary way. Toriko and Terry, working together, finally pulled out all the stops and peeled back the thick husk. But to their surprise, underneath lay another layer of corn silk as thick as a cotton blanket. Can you almost smell the sweet aroma through the screen? Toriko was impatient. They worked hand over hand, in a 2.5-hour tug-of-war against the silk, before finally revealing the true face of the BB corn. The sight of the golden kernels made Toriko's mouth water. He tried to pull off a kernel, using all his strength, only to find the BB corn kernels were more stubborn than he thought, completely unyielding. Toriko quickly came up with a new plan. He jumped behind the cornstalk, condensed all his power, and prepared his signature move. The next second, all the kernels exploded, raining down like missiles and covering the ground. Just as Toriko prepared to collect the kernels, he made a startling discovery. A giant cornstalk nearby had been cleanly cut in half at the middle. Who could possess such power to achieve something like this? On a nearby ridge, a mysterious man silently watched the scene unfold. Toriko didn't dwell on the mystery for long. He next headed to the natural kitchen to make popcorn. A short while later, the duo reached the entrance of a 200-degree volcano. Toriko placed the kernels on a rock slab, but the temperature wasn't high enough to pop them. Frustrated, Toriko descended further into the 300-degree area. The temperature rose exponentially as they approached the flowing lava beneath the ground. Toriko was sweating profusely and had to keep drinking water just to stay conscious. But the BB corn still showed no reaction. Toriko had to go even deeper, to higher temperatures. The scorching sun combined with the high ground temperatures made Toriko and Terry sweat profusely. The entire space felt like an oven on full blast. Just as Toriko and Terry were about to be roasted alive, the kernels finally began to shake violently, as if injected with life. With a loud explosion, a rain of popcorn scattered across the entire landscape. The sweet smell of popcorn made even Terry, who normally never eats food, begin to wolf it down. Seeing Terry enjoy it so much, Toriko couldn't wait to grab a piece himself. The melt-in-your-mouth texture combined with the sweet flavor, a perfect blend of milk and cotton candy, made Toriko unable to stop himself. However, before Toriko could finish his meal, a powerful suction force descended from the sky. Like an invisible hand, it swept up all the popcorn in an instant. But this little bit of corn clearly wasn't enough to satisfy this man's hunger. He even tried to suck Terry into his belly next.